If you've been feeling overwhelmed or scattered in life, then mindfulness really is the element that you need to introduce to your current experience. When cultivated, mindfulness is a powerful aspect of your mind, of your being, that can help you remain calm, grounded, focused, and centered, even in the midst of chaos. My name is Aaron. I am a certified life coach and I specialize in metaphysics for self-care and personal development. There are multiple definitions of mindfulness, but for the sake of this video, we're going to define mindfulness as being fully present in the moment in a very non-judgmental way about your thoughts, feelings, emotions, or whatever is going on. A few big takeaways. You may be really wondering, what does this all mean and what am I actually going to get from this? Mindfulness helps you to be more relaxed, more calm. When you're not relaxed, when you're not calm, you're not going to be able to do things like meditate. It helps you improve your focus and your concentration. A lot of people suffer with ADD and ADHD. They're very scatterbrained. They're very lost in the moment, and it's hard for them to pay attention to conversations when they're having them. If you're someone like this, it may be difficult for you to pay attention to conversations in the moment when you're having them with loved ones, co-workers, when you really need to focus and pay attention. Being mindful also helps you regulate your emotions. It helps you not be what I call a stressed out mess. Why? Because once again, mindfulness is about being fully present in the moment in a very non-judgmental way. So think about when you're angry or you're sad or when you're feeling a negative emotion. You typically have internal responses, reactions, criticisms, critiques about what's going on that do not contribute to your positive well-being or moving in a more positive direction. Typically, that makes you get more sucked into those thoughts and more moved about by the chaos of whatever is going on. When you cultivate this aspect of mindfulness about your mind and about your being, it doesn't mean that chaos isn't going to be going on. It doesn't mean that emotions of anger or sadness are never going to arise. But what it does mean is that you are able to be present with those emotions without being affected by those emotions. You'll make better decisions and choices. You'll be able to commit to your intentions and your goals, commitments to yourself, your commitments to others. You're going to be able to remain calm in the eye of the storm. And you're going to be able to let go of things that do not serve you so much more easily. So I would definitely encourage you to begin the practice of mindfulness and cultivating mindfulness today. The best thing that you can do, I feel, is by practicing mindfulness meditation. This is the practice that ultimately leads to clearing the mind. And I have a free 2-hour course on mindfulness meditation. In this class, you're going to learn the ins and the outs of the technique so you know exactly what it is and why you're doing it. It teaches you the 10 steps of how the mind goes from very active, thinking, being overwhelmed, to completely calm, what you typically hear of as sitting down to clear your mind or meditating to clear your mind. And of course, it's going to give you information on how you can begin your practice today. I'm going to include the link to that resource in the description box below. Once again, my name is Aaron, and this is a part of my 5-minute series where I'm giving you tips, tools, and techniques for self-care, personal development, and metaphysics in about 5 minutes. It would help me out if you left a comment or a like. Be sure to also hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss any future videos.